Thank you for joining us to learn more about Linden Christian School. My name is Robert Chirac, and I have the privilege of serving as the principal and CEO of Linden Christian School. This is my 21st year as an administrator at LCS and the 15th year as the principal. And I'm pleased to have this opportunity to tell you about our school. 34 years ago, Linden Christian began with 33 students and 3 staff. Today, there are over 960 students representing over 130 churches. 120 dedicated staff serve the school community. Linden is a K-12 school with 3 classes in each grade, and next year we are planning for grades 7, 10, and 11 to have 4 classes. Kindergarten will have 2 full-time classrooms and 1 part-time class, and our part-time kindergarten students will attend school on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Linden is a member of the Manitoba Federation of Independent Schools, and the MFIS represents over 14,000 students in our province. The school is also a member of the Association of Christian Schools International. Linden delivers education based on the Manitoba curriculum with biblical integration and a commitment to a standard of excellence in every discipline of study. Christian education allows for education of the whole child, intellectually, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Kenneth Gangle, a writer, shares this important distinction about Christian education. The purpose of Christian schools is to present our children, as clearly as possible, the truth about God, about life, about our world and everything in it, and to present the Word of God as the authoritative source upon which to build a life that has purpose and meaning. This is a powerful statement that is foundational to what we believe at Linden Christian School and work to develop in our students. It is our desire to partner with parents to achieve this purpose. Now let's take a look at the foundational values that our school has been built on. First of all, our mission. Our mission outlines the school's purpose. With a commitment to excellence, Linden Christian School provides a Christ-centered education that equips students to love and serve God. And the vision, on the other hand, is a central part of what we are attempting to achieve. Linden Christian School will be a biblically based learning community where all students grow to be devoted followers of Christ, insightful thinkers, discerning decision makers, and compassionate community members. Your understanding and support of the vision is very important for a number of reasons. The decisions and choices that we make as school leaders are filtered through our vision. Our vision provides us with the meaning for what we do. Our vision acts as a compass bearing for the future, for guiding the school into the future. The vision of Linden Christian School sets it apart from other schools. Other schools have important missions and visions. However, they will be different from our own. A foundational part of our vision is supporting each student to grow to be a devoted follower of Christ. It is our hope that each one of our students will realize their potential and gifting so they can serve others and make a positive impact in our world. There's a biblical mandate for Christian parents to teach their child with a biblical worldview. And Linden Christian School can be an important support to that calling through the teachers and staff that promote healthy, supportive relationships throughout the school community. I like to say that the heart of a Christian school is the classroom, and the heart of every classroom is the teacher. All our teachers are committed followers of Christ, and they are committed to instructing, guiding, and mentoring their students. The impact of a godly role model is one of the most important aspects of a Christian education can offer. Each teacher becomes the living curriculum, representing the values and characteristics and traits that we want to develop in our students. This is particularly important during the early years when the core of the child's belief system is formed and will influence them the rest of their lives. Linden is a Christian school where students are encouraged to have a growing and meaningful relationship with God. And we have the freedom to use the Scripture to inform instruction and to help students form a biblical worldview. Students are taught that placing Christ at the center of their lives is the path to a fulfilling and meaningful life. Weekly chapels in all divisions of the school build community through practical application of biblical principles and worship. Parents are always welcome to attend chapels, and throughout the school year, a number of special chapels and events are hosted for the school community. We encourage our students to live their faith in practical ways and to grow to be compassionate community members. Teachers, staff, and students work together to find age-appropriate outreach activities that honor our vision, impact lives, and teach our students to look beyond themselves. We believe that each child has gifts, and we want to see those gifts grow and mature. Our school has a strong focus on academic growth and spiritual development. Over 90% of our students go on to post-secondary education and are excelling in many different areas of study. In conclusion, Christian education is about parents, teachers, and leadership working together to achieve the goal of being truly educated. It is an investment in your children's future that I believe is well worth making. Linden Christian is committed to excellence and building a community where your children have the potential to thrive and develop relationships that will carry on with them into adulthood.
Hello, and welcome to our Kindergarten Information Evening. My name is Heather Carr, and I am the Early Years Vice Principal here at Linden Christian School. I'm excited to share with you a few important aspects of what makes LCS unique, as well as some specific information about our kindergarten program. Here at Linden, we believe in teaching to the whole child, not just meeting their academic needs, but also their social, emotional, physical, and spiritual needs as well. Everything we do and teach is from a Christian perspective. Teachers use the Manitoba curriculum as outlined by the province. In addition, we integrate a biblical worldview into all we teach and in our interactions with the children. At Linden, we currently have 3 kindergarten classes. 2 of them are full-time classes and 1 is part-time class that comes to school all day Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Our morning starts with students arriving at school by 8:10 a.m. to line up outside. After the students enter at 8:20, we officially start our day at 8:30 with O Canada and end at 3:10. Each of our kindergarten classes has room for 20 students, for a total of 60 students in the grade. We are committed to keeping our class sizes small and providing regular in-class support for the best possible start to your child's education. For school families with children under the age of 12, before and after school is available and is billed on a monthly per-use basis. You do not need to reserve a spot ahead of time. Our before and after school program operates only on days when children have school. There's no care available on in-service or holidays. You can look at our website for more information on that if that is of interest to you. In kindergarten, the children are immersed in literacy and numeracy teaching right from the start of the year. They enjoy becoming readers and writers, mathematicians and scientists, as they explore with their teachers in meaningful ways at their own pace. And because of our strong focus on literacy learning in the early years, 97% of our kindergarten students and 99% of our grade 4 students were reading at or above grade level at the end of last year. The kindergarten students will participate in many itinerant classes such as music. Our trained music teachers work with the ORF method of musical education, where children learn music with a focus on singing, movement, instrument usage, listening skills, and the study of composers. We have performance opportunities in our music program at our spring and Christmas concerts, the Winnipeg Music Festival starting at grade 3, and school chapels. All of our K-8 students receive French instruction taught using the AIM method, which uses hand actions to reinforce the spoken language. There's a lot of drama, song, and movement to help students learn the themes of the curriculum. As well, physical education is a class that our students have on a regular basis. It's not only important to keep our students active during this time, but there's a purpose to it. And so our emphasis is on learning basic movement skills. Acquisition of these key movement skills are an important foundation for different physical activities and sports that help students participate in leading a healthy lifestyle. They also build a foundation for students who wish to pursue further opportunities in sports here at Linden, as well as into university. we've had several graduating students sign on to play volleyball or other sports at the post-secondary level. We have several resources available to our students at LCS. We have a resource department with support teachers that can come alongside the classroom teachers, students, and families to support with literacy, math, English as an additional language, and students with special needs that require adaptations to their environment or curriculum. We also have access to outside support from clinical support services. This would include a school psychologist, speech-language pathologist, and a reading clinician. We're very thankful to have this relationship with clinical support services that can come alongside us and our families to give this different support. Now, when we talk about the importance of spiritual aspect of our school, we do have Bible classes and Bible memory happening in all of our grades from K to 12. We have weekly chapels where the children come to worship and learn about God. In addition, special chapels to celebrate events like Thanksgiving, Remembrance Day, Christmas, and Easter generally provide a time for the parent community to join us in worship. One of our special chapels is dedicated to grandparents and celebrating their role in children's lives. At Linden, we believe strongly in teaching our students to be compassionate community members. And so each class will engage in some type of outreach throughout the year. This will look different in different grade levels. In kindergarten, one of the things our students have done in the past is to collect hygiene items for a mission in the city and to pack shoe boxes for Operation Christmas Child. Other classes have collected mittens or raised money for World Vision. Our grade 3s have developed a relationship with the seniors in the residences next door to our school, and they visit them on occasion. And our grade 11 and 12 students have an opportunity to go on a mission trip to Guatemala. While the actual trip to Guatemala has not been possible during the past 2 years, we've explored other ways to lend support to this ministry from afar. There's also other opportunities for students at school to participate outside of their regular academic day. In the early years, we've had a praise and worship team that helps lead our chapel in worship. We hope to return to that after COVID again. Our grade 6 students help with being traffic patrols before and after school, as well as conflict resolution ambassadors that are an extra set of helping hands during recess time. As the students get older, there's many opportunities in the area of music to really excel at Linden. We have exceptional high school choral and band programs. Our choirs frequently receive gold medal standings at the annual music festival. Our senior year's choir has been invited in the past to perform at Parliament Hill on Canada Day and at Carnegie Hall. At LCS, we offer an additional program called the School of Fine Arts, referred to as the SOFA program, and they offer private music lessons for a fee during the school day that some families like to enroll in as well. There's more information about what instruments they offer lessons for on our website if that's of interest to you. Next, you're going to hear from our kindergarten teachers, and then we'll watch a tour of a few highlights from our school that is of particular interest for families with children entering kindergarten, where I will show you the unique setup of our kindergarten classes and our recess playground.
Hello, my name is Catherine Robinson, and I'm a full-time kindergarten teacher at LCS. Kindergarten is such a special time in a child's life because students have a chance to learn and practice social and emotional skills in a larger group setting that focuses on cooperation and creativity. Students also learn problem solving and study skills that they will use for years to come. Plus, kindergarten provides many opportunities to enhance a child's natural curiosity and love of learning. At LCS, kindergarten is a place for all of us to come together to learn more about the Lord and the world that He made. We do this through different activities, experiments, and lessons. We all recognize that children enter kindergarten at different developmental levels, and we address those differences in a variety of ways. Some students enter kindergarten knowing just a few of their letter names and sounds, and some enter kindergarten already reading. One way that we address this is through using small group instruction, so students are being taught at their own unique level. Besides learning to read, write, and do several math skills in kindergarten, the students are also a part of different specialty classes such as music, French, phys ed, and library. They love being able to meet with different teachers throughout their day to engage in these different classes. I am grateful for all the support our students at Linden receive, and that we can all walk alongside each other with a common purpose to provide a Christ-centered education for our students.
Hello, my name is Morgan Florco and I am the part-time kindergarten teacher here at LCS. Part-time kindergarten students come to school for full days every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There are so many fun learning opportunities that kindergarten students enjoy throughout their day and the year. Some of our class's favorite activities this year are center time in the afternoons, chapels on Wednesday mornings, and library time where the kindergarten students hear a story read to them by one of our librarians, and they are able to take out books to read at home with their parents. One of my favorite things about kindergarten learners is their curiosity. At Linden, we want to make sure the children not only expand their knowledge and skills, but also engage their hearts as they learn about Christ through every school subject. I am thankful to be part of this K-12 team.
Hello, my name is Sarah Chua, and I am one of the full-time kindergarten teachers here at Linden Christian School. I love teaching kindergarten because I have the opportunity to witness children explore and discover new social and emotional and academic skills and abilities throughout the school year. I get to celebrate students' victories as they practice and master new skills and are able to guide them through different challenges. In the classroom, I get to help students foster their love of learning and offer opportunities for them to use their creativity and imagination. At LCS, I also get the opportunity to teach students about biblical truths, and it's been a joy seeing students learn about Jesus and various people in the Bible through activities, songs, and chapel. When you are thinking about sending your child to kindergarten at LCS, some of the ways to help them prepare for school is to have them learn how to identify many different letters of the alphabet. They should be able to tell you all the letters in their name. Working on how to hold a pencil and writing their name prior to kindergarten is also very useful. Counting to 10 and knowing how to hold scissors and cut out basic shapes are all skills that help to boost their confidence as we use pencils and scissors right away. I am excited to meet our new students in the fall and learn together with them. I know that all of our teachers are excited to go on this journey with them, learning through a biblical worldview.
Hi, I'm Heather Carr, the Early Years Vice Principal. Follow me. So today I'd like to take you on a tour just to show a few highlights in our school. So when you come in the school doors, to our right here we have the main office, and in the main office that's where you might pick up your children if they have to go home early. We work on attendance through the main office, and if a little kid needs an ice pack, this is where they go to. As I come down the hallway, to the left we have our grade 2 classrooms, and down to the right we have our kindergarten and grade 1 classrooms. So let's go check out a kindergarten classroom. So at LCS in kindergarten we have 3 kindergarten classes. 2 are full-time and 1 is part-time. Here we are in our kindergarten area, and one of the things I love about our kindergarten area is that it's kind of self-contained. We have our classrooms here, and the kindergartens have their own bathrooms in this area, they have their own water fountain, and their very own entrance to the playground. So let's go check out the playground now. So here we have our playground. This playground is exclusively for kindergartens and grade 1s to play on. You can see we've got a beautiful playscape that features a really fun hill with a tunnel running through the middle of it. We've got places for climbing, places for sitting, lots of green space. We have a sandbox and a stage to perform on. And so the whole area is really designed to encourage students' creativity in a fun and safe way. This here is one of 3 kindergarten classrooms, and all of our kindergarten classrooms are identical in size and layout. So typically in a kindergarten classroom, we have where the instructional activities happening on this side of the room, and on the other side of the room, we do more play-based learning type activities, centers, things like that. Right now, you can see we have a lot of separate desk space due to COVID, but typically it would look different. We like to encourage a lot of collaboration, teamwork, community in the classroom. And so now in our current situation, teachers, they're adapting to the situation and finding other ways to build community in this room. All right, so let's go check out the auditorium. The auditorium here is where we have our early years chapels every week. The kids come together as an early years community and we worship God, we learn more about His Word. We also use this space for concerts. We have a really large concert in our early years at Christmas time and in the spring, where we feature many of the musical talents that the students are developing in music class here. We also have special chapels throughout the year. We have a K-12 Christmas chapel, Easter chapel. We have Thanksgiving chapel. In February, we celebrate the love of God through a friendship chapel. And one of our favorite things to do in early years too is have a grandparents chapel and have our grandparents come and celebrate them. So this is a really useful space. It's used by K-12. It's used by early years frequently to draw in our community and have some of that relationship building. So here we have our small gym, and in our small gym, a lot of our earlier students have their physical education class. Mrs. Gail Sarant is our early years phys ed teacher, and she does such a fantastic job of engaging students in a lot of activities that are meaningful. They're learning about all the basic movement skills, whether it's skipping, jumping, hopping, running, throwing, catching, so many more. And what I really love is in the kindergarten class too, she teaches all the students the names of their muscles. And so they become quite proficient from an early age in a lot of those skills. And so not far from our small gym, we have our South Hall. And our South Hall is really a gathering space. It's a gathering space for our high schools, students to congregate, have lunch together. It's a gathering space where we have parents that will have coffee together after a special chapel or concert. And it's also could be a gathering space for some of our earlier students in the fact that it's kind of a special treat. Sometimes parents will come pick up their early years child and bring them here for lunch once in a while. So it's really a space, a wonderful space with lots of light where families can enjoy. Right, so now I'm here in our school library. It's a great space. We have a green room in our library where students can create lots of projects. We have our kindergartens and earlier students have library classes regularly where they can listen to a story, sign out books for the week, and it's just a really comfortable space for our students to also study in the older grades. So here we have our Student Support Center, and in our school we have a resource teacher for every division of our school, and this is kind of where their offices are. So in early years we have a resource teacher that supports kids in the class, supports teachers as needed. We also have a literacy support teacher that supports teachers and students, sometimes in the class, sometimes in a small group. Our philosophy really at Linden is one of inclusion, and so we want to work with families on how to meaningfully include each child. So that might include meeting with a resource teacher, making a plan of strengths and needs, and then how do we incorporate that plan so that your child can reach their fullest potential. A core value of the LCS is to be a safe, caring learning environment that focuses on the whole person. I believe that the way our classrooms are designed in physical nature, as well as the way that our teachers plan and teach the children, addresses that core value. So thanks for coming on this tour with me to check out some of the spaces in our early years classroom, and thanks for considering LCS for your child's education.
My name is Emma Rose, and I'm in grade 4. I've been going to Linden since kindergarten. I like the teachers. They're really nice, and they help me a lot.
My name is Rob Chirac, and I have the privilege to serve as the principal and CEO of Linden Christian School, and this is my 20th year in that role. Christian education really begins at the home, and a Christian school can come alongside and support families in that process. Linden is unique in that it is a K-12 school, so we have, in many cases, the privilege to see children develop right from kindergarten to grade 12. It really is about relationships with other students. A number of our students will carry these relationships right into university and later throughout their entire lives, and that is a wonderful thing. It's relationships with the teachers. You know, our teachers deeply care for their students. They support them and pray for them, and they interact with them, so that's a blessing.
I got a surgery done last week in my mouth, and my teacher and my class have been praying for me, and I'm really grateful for that. If I'm having a problem, she doesn't get upset and say, you should be listening more. She just kindly helps me.
Hi, I'm Karen Schrader, and I teach grade 4. I've been here since 2001. A long time. We get to teach to the whole child. So we're not just teaching someone's academic needs, but we get to address their emotional, their mental, and also their spiritual needs as well. And so that's a really important piece that Christian education provides. Everything that we do is from a Christian perspective. So whether it's addressing behavior issues, it's understanding that that child is made in the image of God and they are precious and loved by Him, and that we all mess up and all make mistakes and works in progress. So we deal with grace and in love, but also understanding that there's a big picture in this and that it's a teaching opportunity. So that's one aspect of it. And then all of our curriculum is integrated naturally from the perspective of what's God teaching us. How do we learn about His world and explore His design, whether we're learning about animals and their adaptations and how they survive in environments, to reading literature and, you know, this book says this, and what can this teach us about God and His character and who we are in Him? So everything that we do is integrated from that perspective. We invest in them knowing that it's long term. And so that's a really important piece. So of course I want them to be servants, and I want them to care about things passionately. I want them to know when they leave in the classroom at the end of the year that they are God's children, that they're loved by Him, that they've got a purpose and a plan on this world, and it's not just random or by mistake, but that they've got a really important piece of His story. And so I want them to know that deeply. I want them to be compassionate community members, and that's a huge thing that we work on, whether it's contributing to Operation Christmas Child or writing letters to the students in Anna's House, which is a grade 4 project that we work on. Anna's House is an orphanage and education center in Ethiopia. And so we raise funds for them and we write letters to them. And so we get to show students that we can make a difference. Life isn't only about them, and they're a piece of the story. We want them to look out for the needs of others and be aware of that.
Our students really are blessed to live in an incredible country, and we want them to learn the blessing of being compassionate communities and generous givers. So that really is a fabric that that's woven right through the school. We emphasize strong academics and spiritual development, and that is really foundation to what Linden is built on. And finally, ultimately, and the critical part is to encourage a relationship with God. Those relationships, student to student, student to teacher, teachers to families, and building the relationship with Jesus Christ is what our school's about.
Thank you for attending our kindergarten information evening. I hope you've gained some valuable information that can help assist you in determining if Linden Christian School is the right place for your child. If you are interested in pursuing a Christ-centered education for your child at Linden, the next step is to fill out an application and submit it along with our application fee to our admissions office. You can find our application on our website, lindenchristian.org, under the admissions tab. Here you will also find information about our tuition fees and our statement of faith, which you are required to read, as well as a detailed explanation of our admissions process. Once you've completed your application and sent in the supporting documents required, the office will contact you to let you know the status of your application and to schedule an interview with myself, the Vice Principal. During the interview, I will ask you questions to determine the educational needs of your child, as well as discuss the spiritual and social aspects of your child's education. This is a great opportunity to ask questions about the school as well. After the student interviews are complete, you will hear back from the admissions office on a decision regarding acceptance. Priority for acceptance is given to existing school families. When accepting students into our school, we make decisions based on our ability to meet the child's educational needs, the desire to balance our classes with both boys and girls, and the parents' support of our mission and vision. A commonly asked question is, does Linden Christian School accept students and families that are not currently connected to a faith community? And the answer is yes. We do accept non-faith families as long as the family is willing to support the school's mission, vision, and values, and acknowledges that their child will be receiving a Christ-focused education. It's therefore really important that families read our statement of faith prior to application to ensure that Linden Christian School is right for your child. Thank you so much for your time and considering Linden Christian School for your family. We appreciate you tuning in to hear more about LCS, and I look forward to hopefully meeting with you soon. If you have any questions regarding our school or admissions process, please contact the admissions office at 204-989-6739, and Joanne Ritchie, our admissions officer, will get back to you. Our contact info is also found on our website and will be displayed at the end of this presentation. So let me close in a word of prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you for each one of these families that has tuned in to our information session. And I pray, Lord, that you will guide them in their decision making as they consider different schooling options for their child. I pray for wisdom and that you give them a clear direction. Thank you for your guidance and for this time together. In Jesus' name, amen.